Impeached for doing his job. December 4, 2019 by Anna von Reitz. Every U.S. citizen, regardless of political party, should be offended by the abuse that President Trump is taking. Biden and his son received more than $1 billion with a B in payola skimmed off the governments of Ukraine and China. They are felons, international criminals, influence peddlers, racketeers, extortionists, men who sought and who received payola on a big-time basis. They should be in jail, not the campaign trail. And if we didn't have lunatics in the henhouse, along with the foxes, they would be. Our failure to react appropriately to shut the Bidens down and punish them, plus the current media circus in D.C., just makes the rest of the world think we are all criminals and that we support the kind of racketeering that Biden engaged in. Think about that for 5 seconds. Our failure to prosecute Biden, combined with the efforts of Democrats in Congress to impeach Donald Trump for doing his job and investigating this obvious wrongdoing by a former VP, makes everyone else in the world think that we are, 1, crazy or 2, criminals ourselves. The rest of the world looks at Nancy Pelosi and they think, that woman is nuts. They look at Pocahontas Warren and they think, that woman is a liar. Big time. And so it goes. And then they turn and they look at us and, they think, and these people elected these cretins, repeatedly? Are all the U.S. citizens criminals and nutcases, too? As for Donald Trump, he would have made the same inquiries as part of the performance of his actual job, the one we pay for, whether Biden decided to run for office again or not. And he has proven that. Trump and his administration have investigated and prosecuted many claims of impropriety and racketeering and wrongdoing of worse kinds by current and past officials. That's just the problem. That's why the crooks want to impeach him. They are afraid that the next indictment will be their very own. And in a lot of cases, something like 4/5 of the members of Congress, they should be indicted for crimes. So, the criminals are impeaching Trump for investigating crime. Go figure. And, ironically, but predictably enough, they are trying to accuse Trump of what Biden actually did, and actually got paid for. Remember, Biden asked for and got money. Lots of money. All Trump asked for is information regarding possible criminal activity by a former VP, which is his right and his job, folks. It's what he should be doing. And the idea that he was doing it because he was afraid of Joe Biden as a contender for the presidency is ridiculous. Biden had already failed to make the mark as a serious presidential contender at the time the question was asked. Trump was in no need of dirt to deep six the Biden campaign. It was already half a mile back in the rear-view mirror and off the tracks. Everyone needs to get serious and think about this, because once again, the media is trying to push a bill of goods saying that black is white and white is black and good is bad and bad is good. Remember their modus operandi? Always accuse your opponent of what you are doing yourself? The pot always calls the kettle black? Here they are, yelping the obvious big lie like a pack of dogs, right on time, following their standard operating procedure. So Joe mugged a little old lady, stole her purse, swore at her for struggling against his assault, which included kicking her to the ground and stepping on her hand, breaking her fingers as he ran off with her money and credit cards and ID, all of which he subsequently spent and enjoyed. And Dawn is told about this, can't hardly believe it, and makes inquiries. Isn't it obvious who the criminal is? Or should I say, who the criminals are? To all our employees in the federal civil service and military and their dependents, get off your rumps and save this country. Vote in the next election and try to do so intelligently for a change. Get rid of these jokers. Clean out Washington, D.C., and help Donald Trump drain the swamp, or millions of you are going to get your pink slips. Help support this work by visiting www.annavonreitz.com and look for the donate button. Links to this article and more can be found in the video description box.